Hi, just wanted to do a video on, I suppose, the world and where we're at, and how the hell do we forge something new. I think it's about taking the information we have and just using it to empower ourselves and each other, because we can see the game at play, we can see the actor-based bullshit, and that seems to be the root of the issues going on. So we've got that advantage, but then we've got a disadvantage as everyone's been turned against each other. So that's a disadvantage. But the real advantage is knowing how the game works. So, I think really connecting with nature is the way forward, because we've created this system. I believe it's a creation of the beings, the entities that want to enslave us. That's fairly obvious. So the real system is the ecosystem of the earth, and where we fit into that. Well, where do we fit into that? Well, just like all the other animals, I think. But why are these reptilian beings, or whatever they are, and other beings, why are they not connected to that? Are they extraterrestrial? Even if they were extraterrestrial, wouldn't they be sort of indigenous to planets? I mean, you would still be able to fit in here, wouldn't you, in the ecosystem? I don't know. It seems like it's just a method of enslavement. So you've got to understand the game and connect with nature. And also another thing, I do believe consuming meat is bad for you. Meat and dairy. For one, dairy is the breast milk of another species. Why are people still drinking that? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. And meat, if you're eating meat, you're taking in the pain and suffering of the animal, the trauma, not to mention the adrenaline that's produced when they're killed or about to be killed, and even before that as well, the stress in the factory farms. People say, oh, Bill Gates and the elites, they want us all to be plant-based and weak. Well, I've done both, and I feel better being vegan. I think it's got many benefits. I feel healthier, I feel more in tune to the natural world, I feel lighter. It's a better way to live. It's non-violence. And if you're still enslaving the animals, quote unquote, below us, then you're just as bad as the elites and what they're doing to us. So, perhaps even worse. I just don't get why humans think it's alright to abuse animals. There's no need for it. We've got other options now. So I don't know why cows, pigs, chickens, sheep should be enslaved, and fish. And then eggs, so there's not really any need for them either. I mean, the factory farms, fucking horrendous for chickens. Pumped full of hormones, so you're putting that in shit into your body. Then there'll be antibiotics as well. And then not to mention pus, feces and urine with milk from cows. That's why they have to pasteurize it, to kill all that. So if you're into that, go for it, but it's not good. And as I say with meat, you are ingesting all that bad energy. Pigs are put in gas chambers, and you can hear the screams outside those places. You look up a video on YouTube of what pigs in gas chambers and listen to the screams of sentient beings that have done nothing wrong. They haven't done anything wrong to anybody. And then, I think chickens might be put in gas chambers as well. I've heard that. And then, the other animals are slaughtered, electrocuted in the head, and then their throats slit. How can we be healthy if we're consuming all this and funding all this? It doesn't make any sense how this can be good for our souls. People diss the vegan thing, but it's really about non-violence, which I think is important. And bacon's been classed as was it class 1 or class A carcinogen? I believe that. I believe that's true. I mean, you're effectively, you're killing the animal. You're burning it inside out with CO2 gas. It's fucking horrendous. So I think that connection with nature, treating animals well, is what will restore health to the world. I think that's the way forward, really. That's what's missing in our lives. I truly believe that. And the system is the problem. The system is the problem. I mean, we need laws, we need things like that, but there's a better way of doing things, I'm sure. I think like the Native Americans and people like that had the right idea. But maybe we need something a bit more updated. I don't know. But it's worth questioning these things and thinking of better ways to live. So I hope it wasn't too much of a rant, but when you're a vegan, this sort of just happens, I think. But much love to everyone out there, and I think we can create a better way of living. Hope everyone's well. Cheers.